We welcome you into our broadcast from the Resch Center in Ashwaubenon, Wisconsin for WIAA Girls State Basketball. It is the semifinal round between number 3 seed McFarland and number 2 seed Notre Dame Academy. This is Joey Bonadonna solo boothing it today for this state semifinal round. This is a big one. The defending D2 state champion Notre Dame Academy Tritons take the floor here on the Resch Center for the second year in a row, trying to claim their third consecutive state title. They're going to go up against a very tough McFarland squad this afternoon. That will make it interesting for them in this semifinal round. Now, last couple of years, Notre Dame has dominated in the semifinal round. They beat Onalaska out in La Crosse in the 2021 tournament. Last year they beat Menominee handily. Both of those, they were the 1 seed. Now this year, they come in as the 2 seed after falling to Pewaukee in the first game of the season. The computer seedings end up giving Pewaukee the number 1 seed, and rightfully so. They have dominated all season as well. Pewaukee with a 27-1 record, and Notre Dame coming in with a 27-1 record as well. Pewaukee just won the first semifinal matchup against Lakeland, and now here comes the second matchup for Division II. It's been a great couple of days for basketball here at the Resch Center. D5 was earlier today. Now we're up to D2, and the D1 slate later today is also going to be phenomenal. A couple of 4 really good teams in that matchup. But we'll highlight this one up in front of us. We look at Notre Dame's side there, 27-1 coming into this matchup. They were winners of their section, taking down Cedarburg down at Oshkosh West last weekend. They're led by a lot of youth. They only have 1 senior on the roster. That is Hope Barrington, the UW Oshkosh commit. The rest of the roster is all juniors, sophomores, freshmen. A lot of talent up and down this board on this roster. And they are hoping to be here at the Resch Center for years to come. But right now, 1 by 1 is this team's motto. And they're looking to get the third in a row in program history. Their starters tonight, or this afternoon rather, will go something like this. A senior, 5'9", number 1, Hope Barrington. A 5'7", junior, number 10, Trista Feta. A 5'7", junior, number 11, Sydney Whitehouse. A 5'11", sophomore, number 20, Peyton Musial. And a 6' junior, number 24, Gracie Gresh. Again, Barrington, Feta, Whitehouse, Musial, and Gresh. A lot of D1 talent up and down this roster. As we mentioned before, Gracie Gresh, a Wisconsin commit. She's staying in state to play for the flagship university for Coach Mo and the Badgers down in Madison once she completes her high school career here at Notre Dame. Trista Feta, a commit for Illinois State, and Peyton Musial also with a couple of D1 offers to her credit as well. Switching over to McFarland's side, they have one of the top juniors in the state with Tegan Mullaney. We'll talk about her in a second, but we look at the starting lineups for the McFarland Spartans. A 5'7", senior, number 3, Adrian Kirch. A 5'7", junior, number 4, Bryn Kirch. A 5'6", junior, number 11, Elise Freeman. A 5'8", junior, number 24, Ava Dean. And a 6'1", junior, number 55, Tegan Mullaney. The head coach of the McFarland Spartans is Sarah Mullaney. Head coach of the Tritons is Sarah Rohde. Now, Sarah Rohde, an undoubtedly Hall of Fame coach in the state of Wisconsin. One of the top coaches all time in girls basketball in the state of Wisconsin. She's looking to go and win a 3rd state title back to back with this program. But you know, her motto consistently has been 1 by 1 for this program, and one practice, 1 game, 1 season, 1 championship at a time. We look at Tegan Mullaney. We talked about her before, the lineups. One of the top juniors in the state, offers from what seems like almost every D1 program in the country. And rightfully so. She is averaging this season 24.5 points per game, 12 rebounds per game, and 4.6. She almost has 1,700 career points to her credit. And around the rest of this lineup, they've got some solid players with D1 looks. We look at Adrienne Kurtz. She is going to go play at Edgewood College, the D3 school down in Madison, the Madison area, so she'll be staying close to home. And this is going to be a tough matchup for Notre Dame this afternoon. Obviously, playing the 2 seed, you get to get the draw of not necessarily playing that 4 seed right away. This 3 seed is going to provide a definite challenge for the Tritons this afternoon, as we are just about a minute away from introductions, national anthem, and starting lineups. We will step aside from here in the Rush Center, take a quick break, and we'll be back for tip-off right after this. You're listening to Notre Dame Basketball on Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. We welcome you back to the Resch Center here in Ashwaubenon, where we are just about ready to get set for tip-off here from the Resch Center. It's McFarland, it's Notre Dame. We'll quick remind you of the starting lineups for the 3-seed McFarland Spartans. A 5'7" senior number 3, Adrian Kirch. A 5'7" junior number 4, Bryn Kirch. A 5'6" junior number 11, Elise Freeman. A 5'8" junior number 24, Ava Dean. And a 6'1" junior number 55, Tegan Mullaney. Again, that is Kirch, Freeman, Dean, and Mullaney. For the Tritons, they roll out their typical starting lineup of a 5'9" senior number 1, Hope Barrington. A 5'7" junior number 10, Trista Feta. A 5'7" junior number 11, Sydney Whitehouse. A 5'11" sophomore number 20, Peyton Musial. And a 6' junior number 24, Gracie Gresh. We are underway from the Resch Center as McFarland wins the tip, and they will start going right to left as we see it here from the press row here in the Resch Center, left to right if you are watching on a video stream. McFarland and a quick pass out of bounds. Tough defense there by Trista Feta. And a miscue early on here for the Spartans of McFarland. Trista Feta running the point for the Tritons here to start. She'll be tightly guarded by 11, Elise Freeman. Pass inside, Sydney Whitehouse gets the Tritons on the board. They're up 2-0. Here comes that press here for Notre Dame. They like to run this a lot, and teams typically struggle with it, but McFarland quickly breaks this press, and they're gonna get a look here. Mullaney running up top, tightly guarded by Sid Whitehouse. Mullaney, a highly touted junior in the state of Wisconsin, the class of 2024. Posting up right now against Hope Barrington. Kick back out here are the Spartans rolling around the 3-point line. Kick to the corner, 3-point shot on the way is good. Elise Freeman puts McFarland on top 3-2 early on in the first half. 6:45 and counting to go. Whitehouse to Musial, Barrington. They're gonna try to get it down low to Gresh and Whitehouse. They're switching in and out of the paint. Whitehouse down low to Gresh against Mullaney. Goes up off the glass, no good. And that was blocked, I think, by Mullaney. Outlet pass coming up here for the Spartans. Pass inside, almost bobbled there by Freeman, but it's still McFarland possession. 2-point shot is put up and good by Ava Dean, and McFarland up 5-2 right now on Notre Dame. Tritons typically run out and get a big lead on their opponents. But this is a tough matchup with McFarland. Whitehouse off the glass, no good. Just a little bit strong, and it goes over the rim and out. Here comes Mullaney driving. She pulls up from mid-range, and it rattles in and out. That was halfway down. Score stays at 5-2 McFarland. Feta quickly running point. Gets it to Musial, now Gresh. Still along the 3-point line. Feta gets to Gresh. She'll shoot the 3. That one good. Gracie Gresh. Gracie Gresh ties this one up at 5 apiece, and she's got her first bucket here in this semifinal round. Mullaney, a deep 3, and that one just short. Tritons with possession now. Hope Barrington on the near side wing. Pass down low to Trista Feta, and we are going to get a jump ball. Tegan Mullaney and Feta tie up on that one. Possession arrow going towards Notre Dame. So they will keep it, but that is a crucial arrow flip. Musial in the corner, now driving baseline, kicks back to Gresh. She's tightly guarded by Dean. 24 on 24. Feta, now Whitehouse. Whitehouse looking for something. She gets it to Musial, now down low to Gresh. Backdoor pass, and that one poked out of bounds. Stays with Notre Dame. And we will head to a media timeout from here in the Resch Center. Tied up at 5 apiece, 14:46 to go in the first half. McFarland hanging in tough with Notre Dame. And we look at our scores. Gracie Gresh leading the Tritons with 3, and Sydney Whitehouse, the head of the game's first bucket, with 2. It totals up to 5, and for McFarland, Elise Freeman had the Spartans' first bucket with a 3-point shot, and Ava Dean has the other 2 points for McFarland, tied at 5 right now. 14:46 to go in the first half. We'll also try to get some live stats going up here for you. We do have those available now that we have hit the state portion of the schedule. Again, 14:46 to go in the first half. Tritons up. It is tied 5-5. Trying to get our stats here for us. Here we are, live stats courtesy of the WIAA. We will keep our tabs on these. It's Triton possession here out of the media timeout, as Trista Feta will do the inbound for Notre Dame. Feta gets the inbound to Gresh. She's going to shoot the 3 off the catch and just short, but an offensive rebound for Hope Barrington. Barrington goes up and finishes 7-5. Notre Dame in the lead. Here comes this tight press. Gracie Gresh tightly guarding on Tegan Mullaney, but an outlet pass going up and in for Adrian Kirch, and almost a steal. It was tipped there off the inbound by Elise Freeman, out of bounds off of her. Stays Notre Dame possession. But McFarland doing a good job early on of beating Notre Dame's strength. That is that press defense that Sarah Rohde has made a staple in this program. Musial to Feta. Now back to Barrington. Gresh on the wing. Now out to Feta. She's going to look to drive. Spins into the lane. Gets it poked away, but it stays with Notre Dame. Barrington for 3. That one good. Hope Barrington. And the Tritons get back out in the lead at 10-7. McFarland once again beats the press. Tegan Mullaney down the lane and gets it to fall. 10-9. Still in favor of Notre Dame. But Tegan Mullaney with her first bucket of the afternoon. We expect to see a lot out of her today from McFarland. Peyton Musial on the wing, looking to drive. She goes up with the left and finishes. It's 12-9. Peyton Musial with her first bucket of the afternoon. McFarland still breaking this press. Down low to Mullaney, tightly guarded by Gresh, and one. Tegan Mullaney. She'll go to the free throw line with an opportunity to tie this one up. It's 12-11 with 13:13 to go in the first half. Tritons in the lead, but potentially not for long. Mullaney short on the free throw, so it stays a Notre Dame lead. That's a crucial missed free throw early on. Whitehouse to Musial. Now back to Barrington on the wing, looking now for Gracie Gresh. Pass for Barrington, up and in. And Hope Barrington is up to 7 early on for the Tritons. The senior taking the brunt of the load offensively for the Tritons. Dean to Kirch. Now Freeman on the wing, tightly guarded by Trista Feta. Here comes Bryn Kirch driving down the lane, flips it to Freeman. Now Dean. Dean back to Mullaney. She gets that screen, a deep 3, and it rattles in and out. And a foul on the rebound against McFarland. Tegan Mullaney willing to stretch the floor. That was well long of the college range 3. McFarland picks up their first foul of the afternoon. Adrian Kirch, the guilty party. 14-11, Notre Dame with the lead, approaching on the 12-minute mark to go in this first half. Trista Feta driving down the lane and is fouled on the shot. She'll get 2 shots.
The McFarland fouls number 11.
Fouls against Elise Freeman. That's her first and the team's second. Tritons down front, 14-11, and 2 free throws coming up for Trista Feta. She went 15 for 15 from the line in the sectional final win over Cedarburg, and she's good on the first on that one. First time a team has had more than a 1-possession lead in this one, and Feta misses the second, so she goes 1 for 2 on that trip. But Notre Dame is up by 4. That is the largest lead so far today. Mullaney driving down the lane, tightly guarded, and missed that one. A lot of Tritons in the area of that one. Feta to Gresh. Bobbles it a little bit, but she finishes it nonetheless. It's 17-11, and Gracie Gresh up to 5 now for Notre Dame. Under 12 minutes to go. Tritons extend their lead out to 6. McFarland beats the press again, but a missed layup. And still loose. No one able to grab down the rebound. Now to steal on the outlet pass. McFarland's going to get another possession out of this. Mullaney, cross-court pass to Dean. Now back down low to Mullaney. Guarded by Gresh. 3-point shot from Kirch on the way. That one's nothing but net. 17-14, and Bryn Kirch with her first bucket of the afternoon here from Ashwaubenon. Barrington trying to find something, goes to Musial, now Gresh. 3-point shot from Whitehouse on the way, and a cross-court pass from Gracie Gresh is good. 20-14 with under 11 to go in the first half. Pass almost stolen there by Gresh. She tried to jump the lane. Mullaney flips now onto Dean. Dean going up through contact, no foul, but she finishes 20-16. Tritons still in the lead with under 10:30 to go in the first half. Entry pass to Gracie Gresh, and that was not touched by anyone, out of bounds. And we will get another media timeout. 20-16 is our score. Notre Dame in the lead. It'll be McFarland ball when we come back. We'll step aside. 10:16 to go in the first half. Notre Dame up 20-16. You're listening to Notre Dame Basketball, Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. Back from the Rush Center, 20-16 is our score. Notre Dame is in the lead, but McFarland keeping it close with the basketball as we approach the 10-minute mark. Bryn Kirch, cross-court pass now to a substitution here. It's Haley Testelant. Mullaney trying to drive, she kicks back for a 3, it's good! Tegan Mullaney. Another college range 3 was good, and we're back down to a 1-point lead in favor of Notre Dame. Pass inside to Gresh, goes glass and finishes. Nice easy layup there for the Wisconsin commit. 22-19, let's see if Notre Dame can get this press working It hasn't so far. McFarland's done a good job of working Notre Dame back with a lot of outlet passes. They do beat it this time. Tegan Mullaney flips now on to Kirch. Kirch now to Testelin. Tightly guarded by Feda, one of the top defenders in the state. Pull up from mid-range is good that time from Elise Freeman. Back to a 1-point lead in favor of Notre Dame. Trista Feda. Kicks now to Musial, now Barrington. Hannah Greisen checks in for the first time. Cross-court pass to Trista Feda. That one was short, but an offensive rebound for Notre Dame. Barrington double dribbled on that one. And a turnover for Notre Dame. Adrian Kirch checks in for her sister Bryn. McFarland with an opportunity with a bucket on this possession. They will reclaim the lead. Mullaney goes with a floater and finishes. McFarland back out in front, 23-22. They're 5 of their last 5 from the field. Now the McFarland fans getting loud. Musial trying to drive baseline. Back to Greisen, now they work it back around. Gresh against Mullaney. Faded to Greisen, down low to Barrington. Gets it ripped away, no, a jump ball. And it will go McFarland's way. Substitutions coming in. Sid Whitehouse back in. And Kyle Waldrop, the freshman, will check in for the first time today. Inbound done by Tegan Mullaney. And she quickly gets the ball back, tightly guarded by Sid Whitehouse. Mullaney pulls up a deep 2. That one does not connect. Kyle Waldrop with the rebound. That ends a 5-for-5 streak for McFarland from the field. Barrington up through the contact. No good. Rebound by Tegan Mullaney. An outlet pass here for McFarland. Breakaway layup is good. McFarland out front by 3. Gracie Gresh tried to come back and block that one away, but it falls 25-22. McFarland out in front. Driving baseline, Feda is fouled and she'll get 2 free throws. Fouls against Elise Freeman. That's her second here already in this first half, so something to keep in mind. Notre Dame has not scored in the last 2:19 of this matchup so far. Feda good from the free throw line that time, so chips slightly into the McFarland lead. It's at 25-23. Feda right into the student section for McFarland. The second one's no good again. Rebound by McFarland. It's Ava Dean. Outlet pass this time to Kirch. Is now a kick back out to Gracie Gresh. Wrong team there for McFarland. Barrington goes up through contact and one. Hope Barrington. All tied up at 25 and a free throw attempt with an opportunity to take the lead back for Notre Dame. Again, right into that McFarland student section. And it rattles in and out, but the rebound rather, off the hand of Mullaney and out of bounds, so it'll stay with Notre Dame. 7:05 to go in the first half, tied up at 25 apiece. McFarland hanging tough with Notre Dame right now, but the inbound pass, 3-point shot from Feda is no good, but an offensive rebound and a jump ball once again. It'll stay with Notre Dame. And once again, we head to immediate timeout as we are under 7 to go in this first half, tied at 25. And this one has been neck and neck from start to finish. Who will pull away? 6:58 to go in the first half. 25-25 is our score. We'll step aside. You are listening to Notre Dame basketball on the Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. Back from the Resch Center, tied up at 25 apiece. Under 7 minutes to go in this first half. Triton basketball underneath McFarland's basket. Inbound quickly goes to Sydney Whitehouse, and she goes to work and puts it in. Sydney Whitehouse up to 7 points now for Notre Dame. Barrington still in the team lead with 9. Mullaney showing a lot of length, running the point here for McFarland. Has given Notre Dame some fits so far in this first half as Barrington kicks that one out of bounds. So stay here with McFarland. 6:33 to go in the first half. Tritons with a 2-point lead at 27-25. Kick out and a travel on that one, as it was Haley Testelin trying to drive, but does pick up that travel. 27-25, under 6:30 to go. Trista Feta running point for Notre Dame. Kicks out to Whitehouse. 3-point shot is long and pulled in by McFarland. Tegan Mullaney, another outlet pass here. Dean pulls up from the block and knocks it down. Tied up again at 27. Tegan Mullaney dissecting this press right now for Notre Dame. A lot of long passes. Gresh to Barrington on the wing. Now Whitehouse back to Gresh. Wall drop to Whitehouse. Gresh for 3. That one no good. Rebounded by McFarland. And they break the press again. Yes, they do. Tegan Mullaney against Gracie Gresh. Mullaney, step back 3, rattles in. Tegan Mullaney, unbelievable. She's got 12, and McFarland back out in front by 3. 5 of 10 from the field, as wall drop is blocked by Mullaney, but she gets the offensive rebound and a foul on the floor.
McFarland fouls number 14.
And it goes against Haley Testelin. That's the second and the team's 6th. So one more for Notre Dame, and they'll be shooting free throws. Barrington misses the layup, and that was an easy one there for Hope. 5 minutes to go in the first half. McFarland out in front, 30-27. Tegan Mullaney guided tightly by Gresh. 3-point shot on the way is no good. Feta now an outlet pass to Barrington, trying to find someone to kick it back to. She finds a McFarland Spartan, and a foul against Trista Feta as they're trying to push it back up. That's her first and the team's 2nd.
Notre Dame fouls number 10. Trista Feta, first personal.
It's clear right now, McFarland with all of the momentum. McFarland 8 of their last 10. Notre Dame 0 of their last 4. Yet it is still a 3-point game. Tegan Mullaney working against Hope Barrington. A lot of defensive changes on her early on. Gresh guarding tightly on her. That one a miss there from Tegan Mullaney from mid-range. Kyle Waldrop pumps and puts it in. Back down to a 1-point lead for McFarland, 30-29 the score. 4:15 to go in the first half. Mullaney kicks to Dean. Dean now finds Serenity Smith. It's now back in the hands of Tegan Mullaney. Cross-court pass, three-point shot on the way. Nothing but net. McFarland with their biggest lead of the game. 33-29 with under 4 minutes to go. Barrington driving baseline. Through the contact, no foul, but she gets her own offensive rebound, puts it in 33-31. And Tegan Mullaney stepped out of bounds as she was trying to beat the press from Gracie Gresh. So a turnover there from McFarland, and a pretty costly one. 3:36 to go in the first half. McFarland's still out in front, but this lead has been shifting early on. Feda gets a screen, driving, and she puts it up with the left. We're back tied up at 33. 3:20 to go. Feda almost steals that one away, but McFarland beating the press once again. Transition three for Mullaney is no good, and another foul going against McFarland. That's going to be the team's sixth. Correction, this will be the sixth. First against Smith, and now one more foul. Notre Dame will be shooting free throws. Peyton Musial checks back in for Sydney Whitehouse. Trista Feda running the point. Gets it to Peyton Musial. Now down low to Gracie Gresh. Gresh going to work around Tegan Mullaney. Doesn't get the bounce. And a foul going against Notre Dame on the rebound. It's Notre Dame's third. Goes against Peyton Musial. It's her first. And we have immediate timeout. Under 4 to go in the first half. 2:59 specifically. And we are once again still tied 33-33. Notre Dame 37.5% from three. McFarland's 55.6. 2 of 5 from the free throw line as Notre Dame. McFarland missed their only attempt. Notre Dame winning on the glass 15-9, 10-9 on assists. This has been a very high scoring game. Not something that either of these teams are very accustomed to. They have the offenses to go running in one of these high scoring games. We've seen it both times for Notre Dame in the Pewaukee and Hortonville games. But McFarland, a lot of their games, not particularly high scoring. They do average about in the 70s. But they haven't, these two offenses haven't had to play another high-octane offense very often, so we'll see how it works itself out in this game. 33 all is the score, 2:59 to go in the first half. It will be McFarland basketball. Tegan Mullaney will be the inbounder. Last 3 minutes of this first half, who will come away with the momentum? Dean looking to drive, no defense there in the lane, and an easy layup there for Ava Dean. McFarland back out in front, 35-33. Feda to Barrington. Now back to Waldrop off up top. Barrington on the wing. Down low to Waldrop. Tightly guarded, but she goes up the right. No good on that one. Tight double team there from McFarland. Now McFarland looking to extend the lead. Mullaney Deep three. That one does not hit anything, but an offensive rebound still loose there, and a foul on the shot. It is Adrian Kirch going to the line for McFarland. Foul's going to go against Kyle Waldrop. Her first and the team's fourth. 2 big free throws here for McFarland. This will be the second and third attempts of the game. First one is good. McFarland back out in front by 3. 2:10 to go in the first half. They're up 36-33. Second one is good. McFarland back out in front by 4. Feta driving in an easy transition layup, 37-35, coast to coast. That is the look she loves, and she's been running it all season. Dean driving against Musial, tries to get contact, no foul. Offensive rebound by Mulaney is blocked. Well, the Tritons have numbers here. Here comes another coast-to-coast look. Now a kick to Gresh for 3. That one's short. And a rebound here for McFarland. Now they try to go up-tempo. Kyle Waldrop stops that fast break look, and a shot going up from Kirch. That one misses off the glass. Outlet pass now to Gracie Gresh, and we are tied at 37 apiece. 1:15 to go in the first half. Gresh tries the steal. Now McFarland with numbers once again. And a foul on the layup attempt. It's going to go against Kyle Waldrop, her second, the team's 5th. And free throws coming up for Ava Dean. Still tied 37-37. No one really pulling away in this one. First one is long. Largest lead of this one has been 6. That was Notre Dame at 20-14. McFarland has been going on runs, as has Notre Dame. Second one there from Dean is good, 38-37. McFarland out in front. We have 1 minute to go in the first half. Musial down low to Whitehouse. Back out to Gresh. Now Feta. She's going to shoot the 3. It rattles in and out, but an offensive rebound in and out of the hands of Sid Whitehouse, and back with McFarland. Here come the Spartans. Under 45 seconds to go in the lead. 38-37, in fact. And a layup is good from Dean. It looked like Whitehouse tried to draw the charge, and no dice. 40-37. We'll see if Notre Dame tries to take the last shot. Definitely don't want to give McFarland a look at the end of the first half. Feta picks up a screen from Gresh. Under 10 seconds to go. Feta to Gresh, a 3, no good. Rebound by McFarland, and that is how the first half will end. McFarland trying to pull off the upset. The 2-time defending state champion Notre Dame Academy Tritons are down at half as we head into the locker rooms here in this state semifinal matchup. Number 3 McFarland is up on number 2 seed Notre Dame, 40-37. We will step aside, and we'll be right back here from the Rush Center. You're listening to Notre Dame Basketball on Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. back from the Rush Center as we are just about to get set for second half action. We're 2 minutes away from the beginning of the second half. Notre Dame is back out on the floor and getting some shots up. Looking at that first half, Notre Dame down by 3, but it felt like it could have been a lot worse. And a lot of big things that have helped them this season. The three-point shooting was not on for Notre Dame in that first half. They only shot 3 of 11 from 3. McFarland shot 5 of 10, 50% to 27.3%. That is a big discrepancy. But for Notre Dame to only be down by 3 at this point, certainly not the worst case scenario. They have fought back from a couple of deficits in this season, particularly looking at that Hortonville game. That was proof that this team was battle tested, but it is dependent on if they are able to continue that in this game on a big stage at the Rush Center trying to defend their state title. McFarland, on the other hand, has just been phenomenal, as we mentioned. Phenomenal from 3, 5 of 10, 50%, and 55.2% from the field in general. Ava Dean with 16 points in that first half. That well exceeds her per game average of 10.8. She already has 16 in the first half. Tegan Mullaney with 12 points in that first half, 24.5 in total is her per game average, so she's on pace for that one. On the other side, Notre Dame, very balanced scoring, 11 points from Hope Barrington, 9 from Gracie Gresh, 7 from Whitehouse. Trista Feta in that first half, 2 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 6 points on the board, 2 of them coming by way of free throws. For Notre Dame to get back in this one, look for her to have a better shooting performance in that second half. It will go a long way towards helping Notre Dame come back in this one and get back to the state title game for the 3rd year in a row, trying to get that gold ball. But right now it's McFarland in the lead, 40-37. As we are getting started for the second half, it will be, I believe, McFarland basketball, and it will be. They'll be working left to right as I see it right now in the press row at the Rush Center. If you're watching along with us on a video stream, they'll be working right to left. Tegan Mullaney, the inbounder. She gets it to number 11, Elise Freeman. Now a shot goes up from Kirch on the layup, which is no good. A big start for Notre Dame, being able to get a defensive stop. Giving up 40 points in that first half, definitely a season high. Whitehouse to Feta. Now back to Musial. Barrington. Now pass down low to Gracie Gresh through contact and finishes no foul. 40-39. Notre Dame on the board first here in the second half, and Gracie Gresh is up to 11, tied for the team lead. Mullaney caught in a press. They do get it out, however, and still keep it alive. 3-point shot on the way is long, but hauled in by McFarland. Mullaney driving, loses the basketball and is out of bounds. Last touch by Tegan Mullaney. McFarland doesn't like it. They want a foul on that one. They might have a case, but regardless, it is Notre Dame ball. Peyton Musial up top. Now swings to Barrington. Barrington back to Musial. Now Gresh for 3. That one short, but hauled in by Hope Barrington. Barrington through contact and finishes. Tritons back out in front. 5-0 lead, 5-0 run to start this second half. Pass stolen by Feta. Here comes Barrington trying to handle it. Now back to Feta. Feta off the glass. 7-0 run to start this second half. Notre Dame up by 3. 16-20 to go in the second half. Notre Dame back out in front by 3. Their biggest lead is 6. They beat the press once again. Does McFarland, and a foul on the shot. It'll be 2 free throws coming up for Adrian Kirch.
Fouls on Notre Dame, number 10, Trista Feta, second personal, first
Feta picks up her second personal foul. It is the first in the second half on both sides. Free throw from Kirch is good. Second free throw is good, and McFarland back. Now only down by 1. They score their first points of the second half. Feta now kicks to Whitehouse. She'll shoot the 3. That one rattles in and out. 3-point woes still continue to plague Notre Dame. They're now 3 of 13 from 3-point land in this one. Still in the lead, though, 43-42. Cross-court pass. 3-point shot from McFarland from Kirch. Rattles in and out. Here comes Notre Dame on the breakaway. And an offensive foul against Hope Barrington. It's going to be her first. A huge charge drawn there from McFarland. And now momentum could be shifting back towards McFarland's direction. Mulaney trying to inbound. She does successfully get it out before the 5-second call. Now the next one they're going to have to break is the 10-second call, and they do. Kicks the corner. 3-point shot on the way from Kirch is no good. Rebound, no. Off the hands of Freeman and out of bounds. Elise Freeman tried to haul in that rebound, but was not able to haul it in cleanly. Barrington on the wing. Flips to Whitehouse. Whitehouse now down to Musial. She goes up through contact. No good. Rebound by Mulaney. And now a little bit of a drought here from both sides as Whitehouse gets the steal in transition. Here come the Tritons. Gresh driving, easy layup, but she missed it. Offensive rebound from Musial, no good. Still loose on the ground, and now this is going to turn into a breakaway layup chance from McFarland. Kirch goes up, finishes. McFarland back out in front, 44-43. That was a nightmare scenario there for Notre Dame. Had a couple of offensive rebounds, and it turned into a transition breakaway layup for McFarland. Potential 3-point swing on that one. 4-point swing, rather. Driving baseline, Musial out to Barrington. She bobbles with it, but recovers. Now Whitehouse working baseline. She gets to Peyton Musial for 3. That one off the mark. Offensive rebound. And Whitehouse finishes again on the weak side. Notre Dame reclaims the lead. McFarland with numbers. Fouled. It's Peyton Musial picking up her second foul, and free throws coming up for McFarland. Going to the line, it is Ava Dean. Dean 1 for 2 from the free throw line in this one. And the first one is good. We are tied up at 45, 13:47 to go in the second half. Every time either side has gone on a run, the other is answered very quickly. Second one off the mark. Gracie Gresh hauls in the rebound. Her second rebound in this one. Gresh to Feta, almost stolen and taken back for 2. Kick to the corner. 3-point shot for Barrington. Bounces around and cannot fall. Offensive rebound for Notre Dame, however. Gresh is blocked by Mulaney. And here come McFarland. Now in transition again. Layup misses. This has just been, a weird sequence from both sides. Feta and an offensive foul. Basket fell, but an offensive foul from Trista Feta. Both of these sides need a break, and we will get it. Media timeout, 13-12. And again, we are tied, 45 all, and we will step aside. You're listening to Notre Dame basketball on Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. Back from the ref center, 45-45 is our score. It'll be McFarland basketball out of the timeout. The flashlights are out for Sweet Caroline. Good energy here on a Friday afternoon from the ref center. Notre Dame, and typically the home team, but they are on spring break this week. The student section, not as full as McFarland's side. We'll put it that way. Oh, and Tegan Mullaney on the inbound stepped over the end line. That is another costly error from McFarland. So now Notre Dame is going to get an inbound underneath their own basket. Inbound to Whitehouse. Gresh, deep three, short, but an offensive rebound from Gresh. The junior finds Whitehouse, blocked from behind by Tegan Mullaney. This has been an unbelievable sequence. Neither side really able to get something going. Notre Dame, one of their last 9 from the field. Inbound to Gracie Gresh. Now Whitehouse. They're trying to get this three-pointer to start going their way, but just really has not in this matchup. Pass down low to Wall drop. She is tangled up with Tegan Mullaney. A jump ball. It will stay with Notre Dame. But this length from Tegan Mullaney has been giving Notre Dame all fits offensively and defensively this entire contest. Fade up top. Swings to Whitehouse. Now Wall drop, an easy 2. 47-45, and Kyle Waldrop is up to 2. Excuse me, she's up to 4. McFarland beats the press again. Under 12:30 to go. Tegan Mullaney feeds baseline. Dean through contact, no foul. Offensive rebound, finishes again. 47-47. Approaching on 12 minutes to go. Neither side has particularly pulled away. Waldrop gets the offensive rebound on her own shot. Kicks to Whitehouse. Now Feda for 3. That one's pure. 50-47. Finally, a three-point shot falls for Notre Dame in this second half. They're up to 4 of 17. Trista Feda has her first three-point to fall. And that is huge. Now they're up by 3, 50-47 with 11:35 to go and counting. Cross-court pass to Mullaney, tipped, and out of bounds was Tegan Mullaney when she touched it. And it is a change of possession. Trista Feda, that was a huge 3 for the junior Illinois State commit. She will take a break. Mullaney gets the steal on Gresh, but she gets called for a double dribble as she was on the ground trying to move it around. Gresh inbounds to Peyton Musial. Notre Dame really needs a run to go their way. If they're able to get a bucket on this possession, it would be big for their chances. Musial. Barrington trying to work this perimeter. Barrington now down low to Gresh. Tipped and knocked away, but Gresh still alive with it. Musial to Barrington. Back to Gresh, guarded tightly by Tegan Mullaney. Gresh driving baseline. Gets blocked, no, a foul. 2 shots coming up for Gracie Gresh. These will be her first free throw attempts of the game. And in a huge spot as they're trying to extend their lead. Notre Dame's biggest lead was 6. The best they can get is 5 after these free throws from Gresh. First one is good. Trista Feda will check back in. Notre Dame back out in front by 4. 10:40 to go in the second half. 51-47 the score. Resch good on the second. And we will head to immediate timeout. 52-47, 10:40 go in the second half. Notre Dame with a little bit momentum their way, but the way this game has been going, both sides are prone to giving up a lead. This one is far from over, and we have a fantastic basketball game from here at the Resch Center. We're going to quickly step aside. We'll be right back. You're listening to Notre Dame Basketball on Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. Back from the Resch Center, 52-47 is the score. McFarland with the basketball, down 5. First they have to beat this press, which they have had success with all day. But Musial gets a steal and a jump ball. It'll stay with McFarland, but a huge statement there from Peyton Musial to be able to work this press. That is something Notre Dame has struggled with in this first half. Excuse me, in this game in general, they struggled with in the first half. Trying to establish it down the stretch will be huge for them. Kirch, Mullaney, blocked, no, a foul. Tegan Mullaney will go shoot 2 free throws. She's 0 of 1 on the day.
Tegan Mullaney's at the line, shooting 2 for McFarland.
First one is good. Cuts it back down to a 4-point lead for Notre Dame. McFarland, 7 of 10 now, 8 of 11 from the free throw line in this one. Those free throws will be big down the stretch. Approaching on the 10-minute mark here in the second half. Barrington down low to wall drop. Cross-court pass now to Feta. She drives in the lane, blocked by Mullaney, but a foul. Tegan Mullaney picks up her first foul. And it'll be the team's second. 2 free throws here for Trista Feta. She's 2 of 4 from the free throw line in this one. Short on the first. As a substitution comes in, Bryn Kirch in for Elise Freeman. Feta, good on the second, stays 50% from the line. Inbound goes to Haley Testelin. Now it's Tegan Mullaney with possession of the basketball. Driving on Barrington. Pass, nice feed there to Dean. And Dean is now in a 20 plus. She's got 21. 53-51. Triton still in the lead. Feta for 3, nothing but net. Trista Feta. The 3-point shot starting to cook now for the junior. 56-51. Stolen by Gresh. Here comes a breakaway look. Goes up with the right, and it gets to fall. 58-51, a huge run for Notre Dame on this last couple of minutes. 3 of their last 3. Mulaney fouled on the floor. Goes against Trista Feta.
Fouls number 10, Trista Feta, fourth personal
It's
foul.
going to be her fourth.
Team foul.
So that is huge.
3 minutes in for McFarland and Sydney Whitehouse.
She's probably going to have to come out for a few minutes. On the floor right now, it is Barrington, Musial, Whitehouse, Gresh, and Waldrop. Mulaney spinning. Cannot get the finish on that one, but an offensive rebound. Three-point shot from Dina on the way is short. No rebound again for Notre Dame. McFarland still with possession. Testelin to Mulaney. Whitehouse trying to swat at it. Cross-court pass. Testelin driving baseline. It is knocked out of bounds. No, it's still live. Sydney Whitehouse trying to go coast to coast. And it rolls around and falls. The Trista Feta special. Now it's Sydney Whitehouse's turn. Tritons' biggest lead of the game of 9. Three-point shot now on the other end falls. Now here's that high tempo we saw in the first half. Lead cut down to 6. In entry pass to Waldrop, down on the ground. No, a timeout called by Sarah Rohde. Gresh hit the 3 after the whistle, but a timeout for Coach Rohde. It is a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. A phenomenal basketball game from the Ref Center, no doubt about it. They have been neck and neck, both of these squads, from start to finish. Biggest lead of this one was 9 just a few seconds ago, but the last bucket for McFarland came on a 3 from Elise Freeman. That has us right now at 60-54, 8:04 to go in the second half. It'll be Notre Dame basketball. 8:04 to go in the second half. Gracie Gresh will do the inbound. It goes to Barrington, entry pass to Whitehouse. She goes up and finishes off the glass, 62-54, and an immediate steal off the inbound by Hope Barrington has us at a 10-point lead. The first time Notre Dame, or either side for that matter, has had a double-digit lead in this one. How will McFarland respond? They have done a good job responding so far this game. Can they go on a run on the other end? And a finish there from Ava Dean. A phenomenal performance here from the junior. She is up to 23 points for the McFarland Spartans. Greisen on the wing, gets to Whitehouse. Now Gresh still looking for an entry pass on this possession. Barrington driving back to Gresh. Now guarded tightly by Mulaney. Gresh for 3. That one short. She goes down to 1 of 8 from 3. Under 7 minutes to go. Can Notre Dame hold on? It's 64-56. Under 6:50 to go. Mulaney driving on Barrington, but tight D. Works her back out to the three-point line. Greisen on Mulaney. A deep 3 from Teagan is short. And a defensive rebound from Peyton Musial. Kick. Whitehouse for 3. That one short. And hauled in by Bryn Kirch. Not a lot of buckets now. Both teams starting to cool down. 6:10 to go in the second half. 8-point lead for Notre Dame. Mulaney, step back 3. That one long and hauled in by Sydney Whitehouse. Teagan Mulaney now moves to 2 of 8 from 3. And an ugly pass there from Whitehouse. It's going to turn into 2 points on the other end for McFarland. Lead cut down to 64-58. Timeout called by Sarah Rohde. It is a full timeout. Momentum starting to go back towards McFarland, but it's Notre Dame still in the lead, up by 6. 5:42 to go in the second half. We're going to step aside. We will be right back. You're watching Notre Dame basketball on Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. Back from the Resch Center, 5:42 to go in the second half. Tritons up 64-58, a 6-point lead. Their largest lead was 10, but they're on a bit of a scoring drought now, 2:09 since their last bucket. They're still 6 of their last 8, but a bucket on this possession would go a big way for Notre Dame. Inbound goes to Peyton Musial, and she gets over the timeline. Kick to Musial, now Barrington trying to take time off of this clock as the ball was last touched out of bounds, but there by Bryn Kirch. Time goes off, 5:21 to go in the second half, but still Notre Dame in need of a bucket on this possession. Barrington goes to Greisen, now Gresh, guarded tightly by Mullaney. Closing on the 5-minute mark. Musial to Greisen. Now inside, entry pass to Gresh. Tries to fight through a potential jump ball, it's stolen. Here comes McFarland on the other end. Whitehouse is down there to quickly stop that fast break look. Down low to Mullaney. It gets poked out of bounds, last touch by Gracie Gresh. And Trista Feta with 4 fouls is going to check in. Inbound goes over the head of Tegan Mullaney. She got rid of it before going over the backcourt line. It stays with McFarland. Dean driving inside, kicks it out to Freeman. 3-point shot is good. Back to a 3-point game. McFarland with a 7-0 run over the last 3 minutes, 21 seconds. Notre Dame needs a bucket here in a big way. Feta to Gresh. Back to Musial. Musial is doubled. Inside, Gresh blocked. And now here come the Spartans. Kirch driving baseline and a foul against Peyton Musial. Now here comes the bonus for McFarland. Fouls against Musial. It is her 3rd, team's 7th. Wheels starting to fall off here for Notre Dame. Can they hold on? They are still up by 3. First free throw is in and out. A big break there for Notre Dame. still looking for a bucket. Haven't scored in the last 4+ minutes. Gresh to Feta. Feta back to Whitehouse, and the pass is stolen there by Ava Dean. Tritons just struggling to get shots up. They have had 3 turnovers in the last 4:17. And a rebound by Whitehouse while she was on the ground. She tried to draw a foul, no whistle. Under 3 minutes to go. Notre Dame still needs a bucket. Who will get it for them? Feta to Barrington on the wing. Pass jumped and stolen. Here comes Elise Freeman in transition. Layup no good. Mullaney cleans it up and gets it to fall. 64-63. McFarland fans starting to come alive. This has been a 9-0 run. Feta trying to get a pass. She gets to Barrington. Barrington to Musial. Entry pass to Whitehouse. Now Gresh tees it up for 3. It's good! Gracie Gresh, a big-time shot for the junior. Triton lead back out to 4, now a steal. Here comes Sydney Whitehouse in transition. It falls. 69-63 under 2 minutes to go. Lead now up to 6 for Notre Dame. It was down to 1 just a few seconds ago. Mullaney tees it up for 3, and it falls. Unbelievable, Tegan Mullaney. Up to 19, 69-66. Whitehouse to Feta. She's guarded tightly by Freeman. She bounce passes to Gresh. At what point do you start fouling? They've got a lot to give. Only 2 fouls in this second half. Gresh to Musial, and now a foul. 1 minute to go in this semifinal matchup, and we will go to our under 4 media timeout. How will this game end? Notre Dame is in the lead by 3 with the basketball, but McFarland has been fighting back every single time. We'll step aside. You're watching Notre Dame basketball on Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. Back from the Rush Center, exactly 1 minute to go in regulation. Tritons up by 3 with possession of the basketball. Peyton Musial will inbound for the Tritons. It goes to Trista Feta. There are 3 fouls. Quite a bit to give for McFarland. They're going to start fouling early on in this minute. Musial will inbound again. Gets it to Feta, and she's fouled by Mullaney once again. That's Mullaney's 2nd and the team's 4th. Team's 5th. So 2 now more to give. Feda almost lost that one into the backcourt. Barrington is fouled, and now one more to give for the bonus. 47 seconds to go. Free throws are going to be huge. Notre Dame 5 of 9 from the free throw line. Inbound to Feda. Now Gresh. Gresh is 2 for 2 today, and she is fouled. 2 big free throws coming up for the junior. She'll get the 1-and-1 first, so she has to knock down this first one. Otherwise, McFarland's going to get a look. Notre Dame does have the advantage of being up 3, but their three-point shot has been phenomenal today. Gresh gets the free throw to fall. Up by 4 now. That is huge. The second one is good. Tritons are up by 5. Now the Spartans are going to look for a quick bucket. Mullaney driving. Goes up with the left. Gets it to fall again. 71-68. Timeout McFarland. And it is going to be a full timeout. We'll keep it here. We'll check in with our stats. Gracie Gresh with 20 points. 7 of 18 from the field. 2 of 9 from 3. Just knocked down 2 big free throws. She's 4 of 4 from the line. Barrington, Feda, Whitehouse, all with 15 points. On the other end for McFarland, Tegan Mullaney and Ava Dean both in 20 plus. 23 for Ava Dean, 21 for Tegan Mullaney. Mullaney with the most recent bucket for McFarland. McFarland shooting 51% from the field. Notre Dame shooting 50 flat. McFarland has had the edge in three-point shooting all day. They have the edge in free throw shooting. But what has been in Notre Dame's favor has been the boards. Points off of turnovers. Offensive glass. Now it comes down to 31.5 seconds. Notre Dame has the basketball. They will have to work from their backcourt. Who do you get it to if there's a foul? Feda is typically your inbounder. Gresh is 4 for 4 today. No one else has really taken free throws. Barrington missed her only other free throw attempt of the game. It is going to be Musial inbounding. And the inbound goes to Gracie Gresh. No foul yet. Gresh picks up her dribble and a steal. Feda recovers, however. Trista Feda now to Musial. Back to Feda. No foul yet. And now a foul going against McFarland. It is Elise Freeman, her third, the team's 8th, and the 1-and-1 bonus for Trista Feda. She has yet to go 2 for 2 from the stripe. First free throw, good. 72-68, 19 seconds to go. Second free throw from Feda, good. She goes 2 for 2 from the stripe at the most opportune time of the game. Tritons up by 5. Mullaney driving, puts up the floater, is good. 73-70 with 11.3 to go. Timeout called by Sarah Mullaney. It is another full timeout. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. So something to keep in mind down the stretch. Notre Dame will have the basketball, up by 3. Will have to work from their own backcourt. And the Notre Dame student section has started, and I believe that we will win chant with 11 seconds to go. We'll see how that one shakes out. Notre Dame needs their free throws to fall. And the question is, who do they get it to? Down the stretch in this game. Feta just knocked down clutch ones for them. Gresh is 4 for 4 from the line. You presume it has to be one of them, but 11.3 seconds separate Notre Dame and another trip to the D2 state final. Inbound to Feta. No foul, but now Tegan Mullaney picks up the foul, and Trista Feta will have the 1-and-1 bonus with 9.2 seconds to go.
Team's ninth. Trista Feta back to the line, 1-and-1 for Notre Dame.
McFarland still in the 1-and-1 bonus. Feta shooting the 1-and-1 bonus now, and the first is good, 74-70. This one could ice it. Feta. Second one rolls out, and the ball squirts out. Feta picks it up. Whitehouse is fouled. Notre Dame very well could be moving on to the D2 state final for the second year in a row.
10th team foul. Notre Dame now in the double bonus. Sydney Whitehouse at the line, shooting 2.
This has been by far the most points given up by a Notre Dame team all season. Whitehouse good on the first free throw. And going back to what I just said, 70 points is by far the most points given up by the Tritons all season, but it didn't matter. Whitehouse second falls. McFarland will not get a shot off. The Tritons are going back to championship Saturday. Final score, Notre Dame 76, McFarland 70. And we'll have a rematch tomorrow night. Notre Dame, Pewaukee. A big rivalry in Wisconsin girls basketball. And we're gonna have it for you here on the Triton Sports Network. A huge basketball game tonight. A great one, a great competition between two great teams this season. McFarland Spartans will have their season end on the Resch Center floor. Great performances from Tegan Mullaney and Ava Dean. They're both juniors. They'll be back next season, but a valiant effort from the Spartans. But it wasn't enough. The Tritons will move on for the third year in a row. And I'll just about wrap up our coverage this evening for all of us here at Notre Dame Academy. This is Joey Bonadonna signing off from the Resch Center. We'll be back tomorrow night for the D2 state final for Pewaukee and Notre Dame. Thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, go Tritons.